Well, hey everybody out there, welcome back to the channel. It's Chris here from JMNC Games, and today we are bringing you the chaotic card game Muffin Time. It's for 2 to 8 players, ages 13 and up, and the average game time is just about 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how many people are playing the game. If you haven't already done so, take a moment to like and subscribe to our channel. We greatly do appreciate that, and it sure does help us grow. And if you feel so inclined, if the video has helped you in any way and you wish to support the channel directly, you can always visit the application Buy Me a Coffee. The game consists of a huge deck of cards. In that deck, there are 3 different types of cards. Red cards are trap cards, blue cards are action cards, and green cards are counter cards. A trap card is played at the beginning of a player's turn, if they wish, and is placed face down in front of them. Whenever something occurs that is listed on the trap card, the player who has that trap reveals it to all of the other players, even if it's not their turn, taking the action of what is written on the trap card. Once the trap has been used, it is sent to the discard pile. So for example, if you were to play this trap card, and later in the game another player eats any food, you can expose your trap and steal 3 cards from the player who ate the food. A player can have only 3 traps in total in front of them during the game. An action card will bring about some sort of action, and on each card lists the instructions for that card. Like for example, on this card, when played, all players steal 1 card from the player that has the most cards in their hand. Some of the action cards are mini-games, as indicated here on the card. Follow the instructions for that mini-game, and the winner or loser must accept the results. The green cards are counter cards. If you don't like an action card that is played, or perhaps if the counter mentions a trap has been revealed, you can play a counter card, even if it's not your turn. Follow the instructions for that counter card. Like for example, this card negates the action card or trap card that has just been revealed. Whoever played the action or exposed the trap will have to skip their next turn. Or with this card, if a trap has been exposed, you can play this counter to have all players be affected by the trap and not just the player who set it off. Counter cards do not affect minigames. So now that we know how each of the cards work, let's take a look at the setup and gameplay. First, shuffle all of the cards. Deal 3 to each player. Place the rest in the center of the playing area for all players to reach. There will be a discard pile next to the draw pile for all played cards. The book says, the person who suggested playing the game goes first, but choose someone, and play can go in whichever direction the group chooses. On your turn, the first option you have is to play a trap card if you have one in your hand. You do not have to play it if you don't want to, but this is the time if you're going to do so. The next part of your turn, you have 2 options. You can either draw a card from the draw pile and add it to your hand. Your turn is now over. Or you can play an action card from your hand to the discard pile and then follow the instructions of that action card. Once the action is completed, your turn is now over. The next player follows the same pattern and so on. If at any time you wish to play a counter that allows you to stop an action or trap revealed, you may do so even if it's not your turn. If someone or something happens to set off one of your traps, you reveal it, even if it's not your turn, taking the action of that trap card. When you have exactly 10 cards in your hand, not counting the trap cards in front of you, you have almost won. You must announce to all, Muffin Time! This is their indication that you are about to win the game. If when you start your next turn you have exactly 10 cards in your hand, then you are the winner of the game. So the other players will be coming for you, either trying to add or take away cards from your hand. If you don't say Muffin Time in the prior turn, you cannot win. You would have to announce Muffin Time and then wait another round to try and win the game. And that's how you play Muffin Time. Thanks for joining us today. We sure hope you enjoyed our short explanation on Muffin Time. And if you got any questions, you can drop them down in the comments below. And while you're there, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. We greatly do appreciate that. And now we know the basics, so let's play.